So, procurement, not that awesome topic, right? To be honest, I was really sick of. I used to work on a software as a vendor for over 15 years, and I don't know, I've done over 100 of evaluations from a vendor side, and it was always very painful. We'll come to that why. Yeah, just take a seat. Yeah. So 2 years ago, I decided to found my own company as an agile coach, and from then on, I was coaching customer on the customer side. And what I noticed is procurement is also painful for them. So it's like a lose-lose situation. And I was thinking about, and yeah, from my experience, somehow something new developed called Lean-Agile Procurement. And I want to talk to you tonight about it. I really appreciate that so much people are here, and I'm also keen on your feedback. Please give some critical feedback. I tried to speed up a bit that we have time before the break, and that we can have some discussions and questions. So, first of all, how we evaluate today. It feels like, I call it Excel magic. Some guys are told to do some evaluation, gather all the necessary features and functions, and at one moment nobody knows exactly who wanted that, why is that important, and oh yeah, we have to weight every feature, and the vendor has to estimate on that, and after that we have this is the comparison between the vendors. But in the end, your boss will say, oh yeah, there is the vendor number A, but I like more number 2. We decide that. So why we are doing that, right? On the other hand, to whom we are speaking during an evaluation, it's the wrong people. I don't say that they are unnecessary. So this is a salesman, right? But his goal is to sell something, and afterwards he just doesn't care what happens with it. He sells your licenses, he sells your people, he sells your product, but he doesn't really care. He has other targets. So we have to think about that, how we can come around that. By the way, there are also such people on the customer side, right? There are also middle managers or pure project managers that are told, do an evaluation, and they have no clue about the customer needs and problems that this new partner or product or whatever should solve. So yeah, difficult. And then comes the moment where we have an offer, we have decided, but still we can't start because we don't have a contract. So we still have a translation step with the legal department or the procurement department that figure out for several weeks, and they start at zero. They have no clue what the hell you've done the months before, right? So let me explain what we are doing in a classic procurement world. We have an idea, and yeah, we already work with business model canvas, so we are already lean. But then somehow we forget about being lean and agile. I don't know why, but maybe we just don't have another instrument. So we start some design study, we get some documents, we do some pre-selection, we get some long list, and so forth, you know that. And in the meanwhile, the costs raise up. But what value have we delivered so far? None. Paperwork, okay. There is an example I've heard this year at the conference, a procurement conference in Switzerland, from the military department from Switzerland. They've evaluated a new content management system. Right. They went through all that process. They made it perfect. They were very structured. They were military guys. They used more than 2 years, spent 2.5 million cash out, so this pink curve, for a product that is worth, they estimated, with all the options, it's worth investment because it might be 100 million investment. But what options they've took, they were just 3 million. So where's the balance? And there, something you forget, maybe all the customer needs have changed in the meanwhile. So I'm pretty sure at the moment they've started, they start at zero, or almost. So, yeah, I ask myself, isn't there a more agile way, more lean way? And most important, it also should make fun, right? Because otherwise, nobody wants to do that. So, yes, there is. I will show you in a minute. But before that, what we have to change from that. So we have heard, we have the wrong people. We are focusing to the solution instead of the customer problem or the customer needs. We have this translation step that is not really helpful and prolongs our time to market. We are building a lot of documents or scope. We are trying to fix the scope. Why we are doing that? In agile world, we never fix the scope. What we've done is we've created two hypotheses. So first is, what if we have to do that all in one day? So just break the rules. If we have to do that in one day, what we have to change, okay? And the second is, can we forget about all fixing the scope and all these documents and having it more lean, more in a such way, maybe? So yes, we did. So what we've done, we have created a similar canvas. We will come to that. Inspired by the business model and lean canvas. And we will see how we drill down the timing, the evaluation period to, in a best case, to 2 days. Okay, we'll see that. So, I mean, that's all nice. In a best case, you just start, so you don't need another method for it. But the thing is, in the corporate world, that's not realistic. So we've produced a new instrument to overcome that issue. Maybe in some years, the culture has changed that we even don't need that. Right, so first, one page. Why is one page important? We want to be comparable. We want to see that on one view. This potential partner comparing to the other partner. Oh, okay. Has this advantage, has this advantage. Okay, I take that. How is it today? We have plenty of documents and nobody has a clue what was behind it. So, yeah, let's go through it. First of all, we have sections. In the middle, we have the focus. So what is our strategy? What is the strategy of our company and of the partner we want to work with, and how does that fit together? On the right-hand side, we have the company-facing attributes. So we will prepare that and then compare what can the partner bring in so that we can achieve the targets together. We'll go into the details and you don't have to take the pictures, you will get this presentation. So maybe not all of you know that, but all the canvases has these strange numbers on it. And this is because that's the order how you start filling it out. And that's the main reason is you follow the risk. Okay? So first risk is the partner risk. Do we have the right partner? We have on the right-hand side the needs. We will come to that with an example, what that means. We have our strategies, and on the left-hand side we have the opportunities. How does that match together? If we don't have a match, we can stop. We don't have to continue. Then we have the condition risk. If this needs over here, they have a price tag. What is worth to spend, for example? If that's not matching what the partner is offering, we can stop. Then we have the people risk. Something we've talked initially about it, the salesman. Something very important in agile teams is the culture, the soft skills. Do we have a match on that as well? If we don't have a match, we can stop. Do they don't deliver the right expertise on a people level? We can stop. And often forgotten, yes, also on the customer side, we need to think about the people. Who is involved? Who will take over a lead? Who will be part of the team maybe as well on the customer side? I've so many times seen that they have not cared about that at all. And then we have the future risk. Will this be the right partner after we've done the initial few epics here? After we've solved the first problems together? You can imagine there are a lot of, talking about software companies, there are a lot of software companies out there that like to build new stuff. That's cool. They're enthusiastic about that. But if it goes to maintenance and support, operations, they hate it. Maybe they don't even have an organization for that. So that's something, could be a USP if one of the partner we evaluate has that. Okay? Okay, so this is just the frame. I have an abstract example. For you, important is currently we have already plenty of companies in Switzerland, in UK, but also in Canada. They're working with that. Some of them are implementing all of it, some of them using parts of it, but it's not about some 100,000 budget project. All of them are 10, 20 million and more. So even for those projects, it works. So, giving you some more detail, we have some strategic pillars or topics. We want to increase our revenue. We want to digitalization. We want to have everything digital. Whatever your targets are, you can break it down to your department's goals. If this is something you're evaluating for your department. And these are prioritized and weighted. Okay. On the other hand, you have epics, and these are not the same thing as in the Excel. These are solutions, functions, and features. What we have here are customer needs. So what we have to solve to make the customer happy. There are various possibilities to solve that. We also have existing alternatives, how we solve that today. We have the time box. So this strategic pillar, this is our main focus in the first time box. But we also allow other epics on that. Or no, we just want to have the epics on that. You see that with the color code. Doesn't have to, but what we've learned in real cases, that even talking about what is our strategy and how this user needs or customer needs are fitting to that brings you to the next level. Because the people are usually lost in features and functions. And we had so much surprises and questions like, what is our strategy? What is our current goal? Oh my God, we don't know it. It's intransparent. And then they raised it up. So there was the manager and said, oh, okay, it's that. These are, okay, so, and then the next thing was, we forget about all the features, functions. What is really worth to solve? What are the really needs for the customers? So then we have the other things. That was also funny. At the beginning, the high-level concept, you know that from the Lean Canvas? It's, for example, X for Y. YouTube is the Flickr for videos, right? So make a crisp sentence what your company stands for. And in real cases, we had there funny discussions coming up. We don't know what we are standing for. Or, we are just a software company. We want to build things. But you have told us you're the CRM experts and this is your product. Yeah, we have a product, but we just want to make projects. So we are not so enthusiastic about the CRM topic itself. Okay, interesting. Right, so on the other hand, we have opportunities, services, could be also products that matches to the needs. We bring them together. What? We have the customer needs and services, products or modules or whatever, and how does that match? Maybe you don't need all the modules and you pay a lot of it for it, because we just want to solve that. Then important is the team. So name the persons that will work together. That's hard. Name that from the first day on, from the vendor side. It's even harder. We will see afterwards why that's important. And then you have the cost structure, where you map the profiles of these people to a daily rate. Because a daily rate, if you're in a sourcing project, for example, then you're going to be comparable. If you just have a big number, it will cost you so much. That says nothing. And then we are interested in rewards and not company rewards. We're interested in this team rewards, what this team has achieved in the past. Okay, so is that really enough? Maybe. For plenty of evaluations it might be, but we have to be realistic. There is a lot more. Okay. So why we need more? We need transparency. Agile teams need all the information to start creativity, to build new solutions. So we have on one hand side, maybe behind the strategy topics, strategy map, we have behind the timing Go product roadmap that breaks it down. We have a value stream map, we have a customer journey, we have architecture that shows us, we want to have a new system, how that will fit with all the rest. Maybe it's also important we want to talk about our company culture. There are plenty of companies out there, they're starting visualizing their culture, their values, what is important for us. General terms and conditions, yeah, we still have something like that maybe, but for example, Facebook started to visualize that as well, so that it's easy to understand on one page. And we have the CVs, we have profiles, fact sheets, whatever. So usually you have all this stuff already, you just need to bring it together. And the Lean Proposal Canvas is your summary of all that. So you print it out, you plot it out, maybe it's really huge, but then it starts to be comparable. So yeah, got it, one page, but how we get there? Forgot that. You remember, we had this translation step. I'm not a lawyer. I was not really sure if this is an agile contract, but I contacted the lawyer, we have a lawyer in the team, and she said, wow, you have all you need. You have defined your goals, you have defined how to cooperate, and this is an agile contract. And of course, there are adaptations. This is maybe, could be a time material contract, but maybe there is also a fixed price. We don't care. The canvas doesn't say what you have to do. So, how to do that in just one day? Well, it's not magic, because it's lean. We have the idea, so we have already the business model, canvas, we have all these attachments in a best case. Maybe we have to work it out in a bit more detail and bring it together. And what we do on day one is we set up a cross-functional evaluation team. That's not new. Usually you already do that. But are you really doing that? Including these people as well. The people that have to work together, usually not. There's some middle managers, I don't know. Usually you also don't include the lawyer from the start. Your procurement guy, your stakeholders. So you need to have everybody in this cross-functional evaluation team so that you are able to decide. So if we need some representatives from the business, they're in. Okay. Then in the next step, and that could be done also on the same day, is you just fill out the right side of the canvas. That's not magic. You can do the same thing with the business model canvas already in an hour or something. So why we can't do that with the procurement canvas? And then becomes crazy. Inspired by the big room, planning, you maybe are familiar with that. We just need the same cross-functional team from the vendor side as well. So we need all the people from the vendor. We need the lawyer, we need managers, we need everybody that is needed to decide, answer all the questions to fill out this part, right? And we do that all together. So for example, it's a bit easier here. So for example, you start with the vision. What is the vision of the company, of the both companies? You give some insights what we're gonna try to do, in what order, what are the user needs, which people we already have, which other people they bring in, and then you maybe break this down. You just break it down and create some Go product roadmap together. Maybe you have done that yourself already and then you can compare. If you go further and you have done for all the epics some lean canvas itself, you, for example, also already know what it's worth to spend. So you can define a budget cap. So you do all that together and you have all the information in the room. You have all the people in the room to decide. So at the end of the day, you will just say, wow, is that what, can we do it? And have we a match also on the personal side? And if not, then we go in the next. So the good thing is, if you, with that, you maybe, depends on the availability from the people, you reduce the time to market to the minimum. In the best case, 2 days. If the first partner evaluation is already a match, then you don't have to go further. But maybe we talk about some weeks and you're done. So, but maybe you do it with 3 or 4 because you're unsure or you just want to have more opinions on that. And then 2 of them are quite at the same level. What you're going to do then? Well, maybe you just take the first phase and let them run. And you decide later with whom to continue. So you start to work together and learn from the corporation how they behave, what is the tool about, etc. And the good thing is, if you start early, you are flexible if the target moves to somewhere else. So that's it in short. We are currently, this is really brand new. We just published a new website this week. We have already more than 100 volunteers on that, all over the world. And just remember the, oops, you don't see that, sorry. Oops, a lot. No, sorry. Doesn't work. So you have all the information there. There's also some explanation about it. And our goal is, so here is some fancy comparison for your boss or your internal procurement manager. There's some explanations about it. Yeah. Thanks to Joe for the statement and others. And yeah, we are really at the very beginning of building a community. What we're really intrinsic motivated to change the world of procurement, make it more lean, more agile, more fun. And I think that will be awesome. That will be really awesome. And just for you, there's a template. You can download it for free. And we've already started writing a book about it. We just had the table of content and a lot of research and experience done, but it's not yet written, but you can already buy it. And funny as that, we have already sold one. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much.